Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into an absolutely incredible biological machine inside the human body, the nephron. If you've ever wondered how your body manages to constantly clean your blood without accidentally tossing out all your essential nutrients, well, you are in the perfect place. We're going to turn what can sometimes feel like a really dense physiological process into a clear, step-by-step clinical journey. By the time we're done, you're going to see exactly how this microscopic structure operates as a highly sophisticated filtration plant.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover the nephron's ultimate purpose, the three-layer filtration barrier, tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion, and finally, urine concentration and ADH. Let's get right into it.
Imagine this: a massive volume of raw, unfiltered blood slamming into your kidneys under seriously high pressure. It doesn't just gently flow, it faces an immediate, aggressive, and honestly, a ruthless stripping process. This rapid sorting is absolutely critical. It saves the body from its own metabolic waste while fiercely holding on to the vital fluids it needs to survive.
So, Section 1. The nephron's ultimate purpose.
Before we get lost in the microscopic tubes, let's look at what this machine is actually designed to do. Urine formation really boils down to three main steps: filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. It's this beautifully coordinated dance between your blood vessels and the tubules. All of these moving parts work seamlessly together, basically acting as your body's ultimate natural filter.
Keep these core functions in mind as our main clinical objective. The nephron is constantly making microscopic life-or-death decisions. It's tossing out metabolic wastes like urea and creatinine, strictly maintaining your body's delicate water balance, and regulating salts, your electrolytes, as well as your pH balance. To put it simply, it keeps exactly what's useful and aggressively dumps what's harmful.
Moving right along to Section 2, the three-layer filtration barrier. This is our first microscopic stop right at the glomerulus and Bowman's capsule, where the inciting incident of filtration happens.
Right here inside the glomerulus, that high blood pressure literally forces water and small solutes straight out of the blood. There's a very strict VIP list happening here. Things like water, glucose, amino acids, salts, and urea, they slip right through. But the big, vital stuff, like your proteins and blood cells, they are completely blocked. What you're left with is a glomerular filtrate that's basically pure plasma, just without the proteins.
Now, how does it enforce that strict divide? It uses three distinct physical layers. First up, the fluid pushes through the porous capillary endothelium. Then it hits the basement membrane. And hey, this is a highly testable detail if you're taking exams. That basement membrane is negatively charged. It literally acts like a magnet repelling certain molecules. Finally, the fluid squeezes through the podocytes, which act as these highly specialized little filtration slits. Only the smallest, most persistent molecules make it past all three defenses.
Which brings us to Section 3, tubular reabsorption, reclaiming essentials.
I want you to lock this number in your memory because it's absolutely staggering. About 99% of that glomerular filtrate we just created is actively reabsorbed right back into the blood. Think about that for a second. That initial filter was so powerful and so completely unselective with the small molecules that if your body didn't scramble to claw almost all of it back, well, we literally wouldn't survive the hour. This frantic retrieval happens right out of the gate in the proximal convoluted tubule, or PCT, but it keeps going through the loop of Henle and the distal convoluted tubule. This is the body scrambling to grab back the good stuff that slipped through the initial net. We're talking glucose, precious amino acids, tons of water, sodium, chloride, all being pulled right out of the tubule and back into your peritubular capillaries. It's a massive rescue mission for the essentials.
But it's not all about saving things. Let's look at Section 4, tubular secretion, purging toxins.
As we travel further down the line, the dynamic totally flips. Instead of rescuing the good, we are actively targeting and destroying the bad. Tubular secretion is a highly targeted biological purge. Your body is deliberately pulling extra wastes and excess ions directly out of the blood and shoving them into the tubule for disposal. We're getting rid of hydrogen ions, excess potassium, toxic ammonia, plus various drugs and toxins. Pumping this stuff out perfectly maintains our delicate pH balance and locks the harmful junk away so it can be safely flushed out.
And finally, the climax of our journey, Section 5, urine concentration and ADH. The fluid's been filtered, the good stuff's reclaimed, the bad stuff's added. Now comes the final hormonal fine-tuning. Before anything actually leaves the body, the environment around the tubes has to be perfectly primed. The loop of Henle brilliantly sets up a concentration gradient deep down in the kidney's medulla. By actively pumping salt out, the surrounding tissue shifts from low osmolarity to high osmolarity. It's literally salting the earth around the tubule. This creates a massive osmotic pull, just waiting to draw water back into the body.
And here's where we pull the trigger. Under the direct hormonal control of antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, the collecting duct suddenly becomes permeable to water. Because of that super salty environment we just talked about, water rushes out of the duct and right back into the bloodstream. Think of the collecting duct as a highly sensitive biological faucet. When ADH is present, we hold onto our water, and the final urine becomes highly, highly concentrated.
So let's bring it all together and review the whole shebang. Step 1. Raw blood gets aggressively filtered at the glomerulus. Step 2. 99% of those essential nutrients in water get reabsorbed back into the blood. Step 3. The remaining toxins and excess ions are actively secreted into the tubule. And finally, Step 4. That resulting concentrated fluid is ready to be excreted as urine.
I want to leave you with this thought, to really highlight the sheer, life-saving workload your kidneys handle every single day. If that massive reabsorption step failed, if your nephrons just stopped pulling back that 99% of the filtered fluid, how long do you think your body could possibly maintain its water balance before entirely shutting down? Keep that miraculous efficiency in mind the next time you grab a glass of water. Thanks for joining me on this incredible physiological journey today.